In this video, I'm going to talk about plate boundaries and the formation of different features at plate boundaries. This is for the IGCSE Hazardous Environments part of the geography course, and I've highlighted a bit in the spec that this comes under. In terms of how we relate this to questions, these are some of the questions that the exam board might use. They're all explain questions. They often ask for either the causes of an earthquake, the formation of a volcano, how earthquakes and volcanoes are formed, and they refer to plate boundaries, but sometimes they can just say an earthquake or explain the causes of a volcano. I'm going to give you some example answers in this to help you deconstruct it. I'm going to first start off with conservative, and the thing to think about with all of these is you need 4 to 5 logical steps in the right order to be able to get full marks. So with a conservative plate boundary, the two plates are sliding past each other, and as they move past they get stuck, and as they get stuck, because they are not perfectly flat surfaces, friction builds up and this causes pressure. Eventually the plates over time will slip past each other, release the pressure that's been built up, and this pressure is released as seismic waves. You can write the word shock waves, seismic waves is a better word, these waves go through the crust, which causes it to shake. This is an earthquake, and the key thing to know here that no crust is actually created or destroyed. Now I'm going to talk about constructive, but also can be used as the term divergent. There's a picture of what's happening here, and again start with what's happening with the plates. They move apart from each other. Magma rises up from the mantle to fill the gap that's created as the plates move apart, which we can see in the picture up there. And that magma, when it reaches the surface, it cools and solidifies, forming new crust. And that new crust, it comes in the form of either shield volcanoes, but if it happens under the water, like it does in the middle of the North Atlantic, then we get mid-ocean ridges that are formed at this kind of plate boundary. Here, crust is created. Destructive, convergent. Again, I'm going to look at this in two ways. First of all, I'm going to look at how a volcano would be formed, and plates are moving towards each other here. The oceanic plate is denser than the continental plate, and therefore, because it's denser, it goes under, it's forced under into what we call the subduction zone. In that subduction zone, heat and pressure causes that plate that's been subducted to melt, and this melted plate turns into magma. Because that magma is less dense, so essentially it's lighter than the surrounding rock, it rises up through the weaknesses in that plate, in the rock, and eventually erupts and cools on the surface, creating a volcano. That's how we get a volcano formed at a destructive convergent plate boundary. Similar idea for earthquake. Again, the first two steps are the same, moving towards each other, denser oceanic forced under the continental. But what's different here is as these plates are moving past each other, a bit like a conservative plate boundary, the plates are rubbing against each other because they are not perfectly flat. They catch on each other, they get stuck, friction builds up, we get a huge building up of pressure. When that pressure is released, when the plates slide past each other, the plates release that energy as seismic waves again, and this is creating an earthquake here. So if they asked you explain the causes of an earthquake, you could talk about a destructive plate boundary or a conservative plate boundary to answer that question. Last but not least, collision. So this again is a type of convergent plate boundary, so the plates are moving towards each other. What's different about these is we don't get any subduction. The plates are the same density, so rather than being subducted, they collide and they push the crust in between upwards, creating what we call fold mountains, which you can see happening in the picture. Earthquakes occur here because as the plates collide, they're rubbing up against each other, pressure builds up, and they're trying to kind of topple over the other one, override the other one, and therefore as they're trying to do this, they're scraping into each other, which is called in pressure. Again, released as seismic waves when they slip past each other. So those are the plate boundaries. You can go back and pause it on the second or third slide, which shows you the type of questions, and have a go answering those questions in relation to these answers.